It's time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online for all your website needs at sonicwebstudios.com. The Mike Wagner Show brings you interesting people doing interesting things all across the globe. Now, let's get started on the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com. Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. Also on Facebook at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can also catch the Mike Wagner Show on SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and also watch the interview on YouTube as well. You can download and listen live and take the Mike Wagner Show wherever you go. We are here with an actor from New Jersey with experience in film, television, and many other mediums. He's been in Red Scare, Bastion, and also Amar Akbar Anthony. And also in Bastion as well, too. He's also been the Irishman, Oil and Water, and also in a TV series as well, too. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have an upcoming actor who will make New Jersey very, very proud. Even a boss will love him. Scott Maginelli. Scott, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you very much for having me.
It's my pleasure. You've been an actor from New Jersey, and you've had experience in film, television, and you're known for being in Red Scare, and you're also have been in Amar Akbar Anthony. Try saying that 10 times fast. Also, Oil and Water. You've got a TV series. It's you also featured in, and you've got a couple of productions coming up. And first, before we get into all that, tell us how you got started.
Well, it's kind of traditional story. I was sitting, I would always sit with my family and watch movies and TV as a kid, but specifically I remember watching, every Thanksgiving they would play like a Jimmy Cagney film festival, and my grandfather was a big fan of James Cagney, and so was my dad. So we would sit there and we watched, the film festival, and one film that struck me the most was from 1938. It's called Angels with Dirty Faces, where he plays a gangster.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, that movie is just so powerful.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The end of that, I was about 5. Go ahead.
Are you still with us?
Mike, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Scott, you still with me here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think we got a little bit disconnected, but we're back on, so go ahead.
Like I was saying, so at the end of that movie, I was just so mesmerized, and I looked at my grandfather, and I looked at my father and said, that's what I want to do.
Oh, really?
And I'll never forget this. I don't remember that much from my childhood, but I do remember that, and I remember my grandfather saying, see, Vinny, I told you. I knew he was going to do something like that.
Hey, grandfathers know best, I'll tell you that. And was that your most influential moment that got you into acting, or is there another moment that said, yes, this is for me?
That was it. That was yes, it's for me. And acting throughout the years, it just gave me more of a passion for it.
Mm-hmm.
Doing local plays, school plays, community plays, stuff like that. Developed my passion for it. But ever since watching Jimmy Cagney for the first time, I knew that's exactly what I wanted to do. I didn't know what it entailed. I didn't know that you needed other careers besides that. I just knew I wanted to be up there. I didn't even know what the word entertainment meant at 5 years old.
Really? Well, you actually learned pretty fast at, just past 5 years old as well, too. It must be a big word growing up, and I'm sure your classmates must have been impressed. You could say the word, even your teachers.
I'm sure.
and besides James Cagney as being one of your favorite actors, what other actors most influenced you during the time growing up?
Oh, well, we had my actor mentor who passed away in 2011. His name is David Alexander Hess.
Mm-hmm.
He's a lesser known actor than James Cagney. He was in a lot of like low budget horror films. Like he was in Wes Craven's first film, Last House on the Left, back in the 70s. He was also a musician, a songwriter. He wrote for Elvis, Sal Mineo, Pat Boone, and also wrote a lot of songs himself. And I used to watch this movie in the 80s called Swamp Thing. It was another Wes Craven film.
Mm-hmm.
And David Hess always played a villain
Mm-hmm.
in his films. He was always the bad guy, the toughie, the heavy,
Uh-huh.
the baddie guy. And just his attitude in this movie Swamp Thing, I was like this guy's a good actor, and I used to emulate him, not emulate him, do like impressions of him, like chasing Swamp Thing. When I was in my pool, I was chasing Swamp Thing around a swamp, in my own swimming pool. And in 1999, I got to meet David Hess. And after seeing his whole filmography that I found, because I worked at a video store at the time, I managed the video store at the time.
Okay.
And I got to meet him. I met Wes Craven at a movie screening, and then I asked how to get in touch with David Hess. I was 18, 19, 20 years old, so I was still relatively young and didn't realize you just don't walk up to these people and start talking to them. And he kind of gave me the information on how to get in touch with David Hess. And I called David Hess one day, out of the blue. He lived out in California, and he said, I said, "Is this the David Hess from Last House on the Left?" He goes, "Yes, it is." Now, mind you, this was 1999. The movie was back in 1972. So as we're talking, he goes, "So how old are you?" I said, 19. He goes, "And you know what this film is?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "And you liked it?" And I said, "Yeah." And then we just kind of talked for like 3 hours. And he says, "Well, listen, I got to wake up my kids. I got to go, but I'm going to be in Jersey in a couple months. Why don't you come by?" It was a convention in New Jersey. "Come by and we'll talk." And so I did. And we struck up an instant friendship. And he was kind of a father figure to me. He taught me a lot about life, taught me a lot about acting, taught me a lot about talent, and never give up your passion,
Mm-hmm.
basically. Never give up what you want to do. Live your dream, whatever it may be. And so he became a father figure, and I got very close to him. And when he passed away, it was a terrific blow. That's another influence. David Hess was a great influence. And Jimmy Gandolfini is also a very high influence on me,
Mm-hmm.
who I also got to know.
Mm-hmm.
And because he's a Jersey boy. And I don't know, Jimmy Gandolfini, just like Jimmy Cagney, was very versatile. Can do everything. You could play a tough guy. He could play a sweetheart. He could play a dramatic role. Comedy. I mean, he even did a musical.
Yes. I think I might have seen him in a musical, but right now it's rather faint. But I did see something like that, and just an amazing person, especially from the golden age of Hollywood. If you can do all that, you are up there. I'll tell you that.
Oh, sure. And you got all those talents. And again, as I got older, I realized what it was like to entertain somebody. The first time I ever entertained my family, the whole house went nuts. It was at a house party when I was young. And just watching the laughter and the applause. And I mean, of course, they were doing that because I was their family.
Uh-huh.
They weren't really judging it, but it was just such a gratifying feeling that I was entertaining people.
Nice.
And being somebody else for a couple minutes, why not? Feels good.
There you go. And, of course, at 13 minutes, you've qualified for Andy Warhol's definition of 15 minutes of fame. So I'm sure you're allowed about 13 more minutes to do more things, or being 15 under the spotlight. So it sounds like for a couple of minutes, 15 minutes for you at such a young age, you did very well.
Well, I tried. And that's, you got to do the best you can.
Mm-hmm. And also a couple of your movies as well, too, have won a couple of awards. We'll get to that in just a second. You're listening to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com. Powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking a budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable, custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. Also on Facebook at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen to The Mike Wagner Show on SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also watch the interview on YouTube as well. We're here with Scott Maginelli, actor from New Jersey with experience in film and television. He was in Red Scare, also Amar Akbar Anthony. Again, trying to say
Amar.
Amar, I'm sorry. Okay.
Amar Akbar Anthony.
Amar Akbar Anthony. Try saying that 10 times fast.
Right.
Also, Oil and Water and the TV series Evil Lives Here. And first of all, let's get to one of your films that has won 2 awards, Red Scare and the Honolulu Films Fest, and also Las Vegas International Film Fest. Also, it scored 2 nominees for Golden Door, Best Local Film and Costume Design. And first of all, tell us about the movie Red Scare.
Red Scare was a parody of it was the Cold War, I think it was.
Uh-huh.
They actually had the thing called the Red Scare involving the Russians, and it was basically a parody of that plus a zombie film. So it was like Zombieland and that other movie, the funny guys. I forgot they killed the zombies. Oh, I forgot. It was made like 10 years ago. I can't think of it. The Broken Lizard guys. They did that film.
Uh-huh.
And I was in it for about. Actually, my butt was in it.
Your what?
My butt. That's all you. Not bare, not naked. You just see. I'm laying on a truck. I'm a dead zombie, and all you see is my butt. When I saw it on the big screen, I said, "Well," I said, if not anything, at least my butt was on screen.
But seriously, folks, and do they probably get a look at what pant sizes wear too? So I probably gave that away.
And it was very tight pants, I must say.
Oh my goodness! Good thing it didn't rip. Otherwise, you would have gotten a Razzie on that one. So, and of course, you've been in that one too. And of course, Amar Akbar Anthony came out last year. So you can tell us a little bit about that.
Amar Akbar Anthony. That was a Bollywood film, and I filmed it in Brooklyn, in a cemetery in Brooklyn. I think it was Greenwood Cemetery, I believe, or Glenwood Cemetery. Right smack dab in the middle of Brooklyn. That was a wonderful experience because I've never worked with anybody from Bollywood, and you know how they compare to Hollywood.
Uh-huh.
Just the way they filmed it was pretty interesting, and just the insights that they had in filmmaking were very insightful. A lot of stuff that I didn't realize, and how they make films in Bollywood.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very knowledgeable experience. And spending a nice warm day in the cemetery. I mean, I'm a big horror film fan, so being in the cemetery all day, I was like, are we filming a horror film here? You know, smoke everywhere. But it was a wonderful experience, and I can't think of any of the actors, but I think the main actor is like the James Dean of Bollywood.
I think I know who you're talking about, and I'm trying to get the name of it. I interviewed someone similar that's a Bollywood actress, and I'm looking at the name here, and I'm trying to see who is Ravi Teja. Is that the guy?
Yes.
That is, okay, but I cannot pronounce it, though. I've never heard the name. It's Teja or something, and I'm sure somebody in Bollywood could probably write me and give me a correct pronunciation on that one. So they could have that too.
We just called him Rav.
Rav, okay.
Rav.
That's a good idea. You also appeared in a TV series too called Evil Lives Here, and it was on one of the networks as well too. And you can tell us all about that.
That was on the Investigation Discovery Channel. Again, a wonderful experience. It was filmed locally in New Jersey. Actually, it was the town away from me, so it was wonderful. I got in a car 5 minutes away, and I was on a film set. I played a police officer, and originally I was supposed to be the second police officer.
Mm-hmm.
So we got dressed, and me and this guy are just kind of ad-libbing, and one of the PAs walks past, and looks at me and says, "What's your name?" I said, "Scott." And he looked at the other guy and said, "What's your name?" And he forgot his name, but he said his name. He goes, "I'll be right back."
His